pale experience. When the practice of bhakti is not so strong, the taste in bhakti is pale. No taste. Sometimes taste is coming, sometimes taste is not coming. And when the taste is coming, the experience is very thick. And when the taste is not coming, experience is very thin. This is called Bhanu. Now, Dakami, if we discuss this, again it will take time. But without understanding Anishtita Bhajana Kriya, we cannot understand Nishtha. And we are all in the level of Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. This is fact. This is fact. So when one crosses this stage of Anishtita Bhajana Kriya, see, Anishtita Bhajana Kriya क्रॉस करने पर निश्चित भजन क्रिया आते हैं. And then we discussed before Nishtita Bhajana Kriya, there are few more obstacles. What are they? Kasya, Loy, Apratipatti, Rasasvana, Vikshep. These are the challenges. These are the obstacles. Now, when one comes to the platform of Nishtha, Nishtha means Nishtita Bhajana Kriya. This is very important to understand. When one's Bhajana Kriya is fixed, that means when one's hearing, chanting, and one's devotional service, when one is firmly fixed in these three things, firmly fixed in these three things means what? ऐसा नहीं है कि since this nishtha is dependent upon one's intensity of hearing, chanting and serving. One is fixed up. One is fixed up in Shravan, Kirtan and service. One is fixed up. And there are two kinds of nishtha. So one is Shakshat Bhakti Vartini. Shakshat Bhakti Vartini Nishtha. And next one is Tad Anukula Vastu Vartini. That means so Sakshat Bhakti Vartini Nishtha, it is of three types. 8 of running. Achha? What are the three types? Right. ठीक है सर. कोई की ना काई की. So the Sakshat Bhakti Vartini means this Nishtha is resting in the Bhakti itself, directly related to the 9 limbs of Bhakti, such as Shravana, Kirtana. So in this Nishtha, there are this Nishtha is of 3 types. Kaiki, Manasi and Bachi. What does that mean? What is Kaiki Nishtha? So this Kaya means this body. So one is fixed up in carrying out his bhajana kriya on the bodily platform. Every day, waking early in the morning, taking bath, maintaining the cleanliness, offering obeisances to the Lord and devotees, perform devotional service with his body. What is fixed up? What is ready? One never says, oh, আজকে আমার ভালো লাগছে না, আজকে আমি করব না। আজকে আমার ভালো লাগছে না, আজকে আমি উঠবো না। আজকে আমার ভালো লাগছে না, আজকে আমি বাচ্চা গল্পতরু করব না। আজকে আমার ভালো লাগছে না, আজকে আমি স্নান করব না। আজকে আমার ভালো লাগছে না, আজকে আমি এবার আমি নবদ্বীপ পরিক্রমা করব না। এক্সাম্পলস। আজকে আমার ভালো লাগছে না, যে প্রসাদ সার্ভিস করব না। আজকে আমার ভালো লাগছে না, যে আমি কাপড় কাচবো না। আজকে আমার ভালো লাগছে না, আমি তিলক করব না। এই যতক্ষণ পর্যন্ত till the time we are in this platform, we are completely in Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. We are completely in Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. When the practice of Bhajana Kriya is dependent upon our mood swing, and that is called neophyte stage. In the Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. So this Anishtita Bhajana Kriya, a sincere devotee, he diligently, vigilantly, he progresses to cross over this Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. Utsaha, Nischya, Dharya, Tat Karma Pravartana, by following the footsteps of the great souls. When one serves, when one has that goal, when one has the target that Nayam deho deho bhajan loke kashtan kaman adhate birbhujam je tapo divyam putrakayana sattvam. We should take inspiration from these politicians. We should take inspiration from Mamata Banerjee. Yes. How much beatings she got for so many years. How much fasting she has done? How much fasting she has done in Dharmatala? Fasting to die. Are we doing fasting to die? We are doing fasting in the hope of feasting. They are fasting till death. Just think. They're ready to go to jail. They're happy to go to jail. They're happy to get beaten by police. The more they get beaten, they will get the sentiment of public. What austerities they are ready to take? So, but for what? For just temporary achievements of post and positions. They're ready to do anything and everything. Just few days back, when this Maharashtra government was getting formed, what all happened? What all happened? What a wonderful drama happened. Whole night after night, they were doing meetings, discussions. No sleep, no rest. They are doing tapasya. But for what? Those tapasyas are not divya tapasya. Those are all material tapasya. But when, so just see, for temporary post positions and bodily achievements, one ready to undertake any kinds of suffering. Voluntarily. They are also taking it voluntarily. मार तो मार भी मार पढ़ते न्यूज़पेपर में उठले मार खींच ভোট এবার একেই দেব যত মার খাবে তত ভোট পাবে right? So but what are we getting? Huh? So if just for material post and positions, one is ready to lie down his life, then what to speak of developing our love for Krishna, which is beyond sense perception, which is beyond this material world. We'll just do anything and everything and we will achieve that. Huh? So therefore, a sincere soul always fights with himself. This is Bhakti Yoga. This is Bhajana Kriya. Bhajana Kriya means what? Making one bhajan kuti and doing all nonsense inside that. With smartphone. That is not Bhajana Kriya. So therefore, a sadhaka means a soldier. A soldier who fights with himself to improve his consciousness, to improve his devotional service, to improve his attitude of devotional service, to improve his relationship with Krishna and his devotees. A devotee competes with himself. Because the benchmarks are already set by the great acharyas, by their life and by their teachings. And this Madhurya Kadambini is giving us those benchmarks and milestones to achieve in the path of bhakti. And by seeing these milestones and benchmarks in this path of bhakti, we should feel inspired to fight with ourselves. That is called bhajana kriya. It may take one lifetime, it may take thousands lifetime, it may take 2 lifetime, or it may take not even 1 lifetime. It depends upon the sincerity of the fighter. It depends upon the intensity of practice. The more hot one becomes regarding the cultivation of desire to serve Krishna, to that degree he will get purified. And the more one remains lukewarm, slowly he will become cold. Thanda pani. So therefore, a sadhaka will have to always should try always to remain complete heart in Krishna consciousness. Then sometimes he may come down to lukewarm platform, but not becoming cold. What is the meaning of becoming cold? सेवा नहीं करेंगे, चौपट मारेंगे, चीटिंग करेंगे, झूठ बोलेंगे, दो नंबरी करेंगे, भक्ति बंद हो जाए, भक्ति बंद कर देंगे. Cold. The more we become cold in Krishna consciousness or devotional service, the more we become hot in Maya consciousness and in the service to the material energy. And the more we become hot in the devotional service, the more we become cold. The more we become cold in service to the material energy. And that is our function. That's the goal of life. To become cold in the service of material energy. ताकि लोग बोलने लगे ये तो गया काम से, फिनिश, जीवन बर्बाद हो गया इसका. जब तक कोई बोले नहीं हमें, तब तक हमें समझना पड़ेगा भक्ति में कोई प्रगति नहीं की है. एकदम नया काम, फिनिश, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है इसका जिंदगी में. जब तक ये काम हम सुने नहीं बाहर के लोगों से, तो तब तक समझना पड़ेगा कि हम कंप्लीट हॉट हुए नहीं हैं. समझ रहे हैं ना? यानी कि जब तक नेता होके कोई मार खाता नहीं है, तब तक वो नेता नहीं बना है. समझ रहे हैं ना? यानी कि जब तक कोई भक्ति करके लोगों का गाली नहीं खाया है, तब तक उसका भक्ति शुरू नहीं हुआ है अभी तक. समझ रहे हैं ना? So this is called Kaiki Nishtha. I discussed about Kaiki Nishtha. Then Manasi Nishtha. What is the meaning of Manasi Nishtha? When one becomes firmly fixed in mind, not allowing the mind to roam over filthy thoughts. Okay? It may sometimes go. It may, the mind, sometimes, many times, may go to different directions. But a person who is in the stage of Nishtha, he does not allow to go, he does not allow the mind to take enjoyment from those filthy thoughts. He drags the mind back because he is very fearful. I should not allow this rascal mind to take away the credits of my bhakti. He's so fixed up. He's so vigilant. He will not allow the mind to find faults with the devotees. He will not allow the mind to think ill of the devotees. This is Manasinishta. In the mental platform, though the rascal mind will try to shake ourselves, but a diligent fighter, a spiritual warrior, so each one of us will have to become spiritual warrior who is fighting with itself. So, a spiritual warrior is very vigilant not to allow this mind to drag him down in bhakti. This is Manasinishta. And then Vachinishta. Vachikinishta. That means one has the resolution in performing activities such as kirtan, chanting, glorifying the qualities of the Lord and His devotees, offering prayers, reciting verses, preaching. These are all Vachikinishta. One has taken this resolution that I will never use this tongue in criticizing devotees, in offending devotees, in doing prajalpa. He is maintaining that standard. with his tongue and mouth, he is glorifying Krishna and his devotees. He's doing kirtan, chanting of the holy name, preaching Krishna consciousness. We can see from the life of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami, you can see that every day he will give class. Every day before going to bed, he will give class. He will take question answers. Every day. So this is called Vachiki Nishtha. So Nishtha is of two types. What are the two types of Nishthas? Homa Nidai Das. So Kaiki, Manasi, Vachiki. These three kind of Nishthas, they are the subparts of Sakshat Bhakti Vartini Nishtha. And then Tad Anukula Vastu Vartini Nishtha. What is that? Things, Nishtha, in those things which are related to Bhakti. It's very interesting. What are they? What are they? It's very important. Nishtha in those things, on those things which are related to Bhakti, which are anukul to Bhakti. What are they? I will tell you. Cultivating, having Nishtha in the qualities which are anukul to Bhakti. Giving respect to devotees without expecting respect. Having grateful heart. Quality of humility, tolerance. Having Nishtha in cultivating these qualities. तब तो आप बोलेंगे ना, okay, this person is a Nishtha platform. नहीं तो आप कैसे बोलेंगे? Because if you don't cultivate tolerance and humility, then you will fight with devotees. आप दो नंबरी करेंगे, cheating करेंगे. Now how can you be a Nishtha? But Nishtha in the cultivation of these qualities, that will define our steadiness in bhakti. This grateful heart, without gratefulness, without having this grateful attitude towards devotees and the Lord, one's field of heart cannot become fertile, where the Bhakti Lata beej can be sown, where the Bhakti Lata beej can be grown. The Bhakti Lata will never grow in a field which has become infertile due to the quality of ungratefulness. Right? तीन साल वॉइस में रहने के बाद अचानक कोई गायब हो जाता है, धोती कुर्ता और माला इधर ही छोड़ के রইল ঝোলা চললো ভোলা ভোলা চলে গেছে। समझ रहे हैं ना? हाँ? Sometimes they don't feel, means such ungrateful heart. So how in that field of heart Bhakti Lata will grow? वॉइस में रहने पे थोड़ा 3 टाइम अच्छा प्रसाद बस। इसलिए रह रहा है, थोड़ी हम भक्ति करने के लिए रह रहे हैं। हम तो हमारा भी भजन क्रिया है, डिफरेंट टाइप का भजन क्रिया। भजन कुटीर से हिलता ही नहीं था, इतना समाधि में चले जाता था। परफेक्शन को प्राप्त करना था ना। So therefore तद अनुकूल भक्ति वर्तिनी निष्ठा। नेक्स्ट 8:58 हो गया। हरे कृष्णा, क्या प्रेम तो इस लाइफ में मिलेगा ही नहीं लग रहा है। माय गॉड। ओके, so this is Nishtha. Any question? I think it is I end here. So let us discuss some question. It is very important. Yes.
So what you told going that anukula vastu vartini Nishtha. So there are 5 different qualities that you have told to the devotee has that tendency to cultivate these type of qualities, just like giving respect without
Expecting respect.
So that in that particular section you told about the grateful heart. So how will you cultivate that gratefulness we are?
अरे बाबा ये तो हाउ করলে হবে, কতদিন ধরে এত কিছু শেখা হবে। গ্রেটফুলনেস গ্র্যাটিটিউডের উপর কি কম হয়েছে ডিসকাশন? ছাগল
But actually our
হাউ সবে হাউ দুবার পর্যন্ত ফ্রাস্ট্রেটেড হয়ে যায়। দিস হাউ কোশ্চেনস you are grateful to your mother. How you express that gratefulness? How do you express that gratefulness? By serving. Kiri. So you express that gratefulness by reciprocating with your mother, by pleasing the devotees. Our every behavior demonstrates how much gratitude we have cultivated towards devotees who have saved our life from the onslaughts of Kali and Maya. How can we misbehave with devotees? If we have that gratitude, if we have doubts, if we did not like something, we can ask question. But how can we misbehave with devotees? This misbehavior and inattentive behavior in the devotee circle is a manifestations of one's ungrateful attitude and ungrateful behavior. It's very important. Very important, no? It's very simple, down to earth. This is applicable everywhere. This is applicable everywhere because here we are not doing any culture of business. Here we are doing the culture of such a thing which cannot be purchased by money. So therefore, in the practice of bhakti, in the association of devotees, we need to be very sensitive. Without cultivating that sensitivity, one cannot make tangible progress. One cannot make the tangible progress. He will remain neophyte. Kanishthadikari. So therefore, if we have gratefulness in our heart towards the devotees, then we discuss with the devotees, consult with the devotees, serve the devotees, try to please the devotees, and have enjoyment in Krishna consciousness with the devotees. This is our life. This is our life. That person is in Nishtha. But one whose behavior is just like sine wave in the association of devotees, that person cannot be said to be in Nishtha. Because one who is not cultivating gratitude, one who is not cultivating to give respect to others without expecting respect for himself, one who is not cultivating tolerance, one who is not cultivating humility, then automatically his bhajana kriya will be disturbed. Nobody can stop. Automatically it will happen. He will become disturbed. Oh! উঠবই না যখন ইচ্ছা তখন জ্বালাতন করে শেষ করে দিল, জীবনটা ঝাঁঝরা করে দিল। দেখিয়ে দেবো সেবা কাকে বলে। বলবো না যে সেবা করবো না, সেবা করবো, এমন সেবা করবো কোনোদিন আর সেবাই ऐसा सेवा करेंगे डर के मारे कभी भी सेवा देगा ही नहीं, मेरा नाम सुनते ही करेगा वो, उसको नहीं अभी मैं मुक्त हो जाऊंगा, लिबरेशन ब्रह्म साचुच्चयति।
judgmental to the devotees, মানে তাদেরকে একটু দেখেই তাদের কার্যকলাপ দেখলাম, আপনি বলছেন প্রশ্ন করার ব্যাপারে, কিন্তু সেটার ক্ষেত্রে আমরা মানে ডাইরেক্টলি জাজমেন্টাল হয়ে যাই একটু গ্র্যাটিটিউড না থাকার কারণে, মানে আমরা সেই ভ্যালুটা ইমিডিয়েটলি বুঝতে পারি না এবং আমরা মিসবিহেভ করে ফেলি তাই জন্য।
See, judgmental, there is a level of, there is a limit of judging. When we are coming in the beginning, then we judge devotees, definitely. In the very beginning, first year, क्या है ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या दे रहे हैं? इन लोगों में सब सही है? We judge definitely, right? But after some judgment, अरे ये सही है, ठीक है, सही बोल रहे हैं, तो फॉलो करते हैं. Then, if some discrepancies in behavior happens from part of devotees, then again that judgment mentality will come, should come. जैसे कि एक डिवोटी है, बहुत सीनियर हो गए हैं. अभी सीनियर ज्यादा हो जाने पर बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. यही सबसे बहुत खतरनाक है. अगर उस सीनियर के ऊपर कोई सीनियर नहीं रहता है तो फिर बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. एक बार मेरे को एक भक्त बोल रहा था, प्रभु, एक सीनियर भक्त के बारे में बोल रहा था. वो प्रभु को तो कभी माला पे देखते ही नहीं है. 24 घंटा कभी माला पकड़ते हुए देखते ही नहीं है. Hey, don't judge devotees. But it automatically comes. If the discrepancies in behavior comes from the side of senior devotees. So then that invoke judgmental attitude within ourselves. That is natural. And in that level, if we become too disturbed, then we should consult with his senior devotees. Or we can ask question to him if we have good relationship with him. But there is another level of judgmental. Even Ramachandra Puri has also become judgmental about his own spiritual master and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Finding faults. There is a difference between finding faults and being judgmental. There is a thin layer. Finding faults means you are trying to find out faults. बड़ा बड़ा लेक्चर मारता है, क्या क्या उसका है मैं निकालता हूँ. कितना खा रहा है, नोट करके रखिए. कितना सोया दिन में, 2 घंटा खराटे मारा है. ओके. फिर कभी प्रभुपाद बुक पढ़ते हुए देखते ही नहीं है. आज के दिन देखा है क्या कभी? क्या कर रहा है वो? प्रभुपाद बुक पढ़ रहे नहीं पढ़ रहे. लैट्रिन गया, नया भी नहीं. पागल हो जाएंगे, कंप्लीटली पागल हो जाएंगे. हमारा अगर भक्ति में यही करने के लिए हम आए हैं, but the seniors they do it for juniors. For what? Not to criticize them, not to smash them, not to move the key at the back, but to help them to upgrade. जब मैं कितना घंटा सोया? अच्छा अभी फिर से सो रहा है. टाइम कितना हुआ? 2 घंटे में 1.5 घंटा सोया है जब मैं आज. पागल हो जाएंगे. तो फिर आप देखेंगे जैसे प्रभुपाद जब भगवत गीता भागवतम के श्लोक बोलते थे, बिल्कुल 100% सही नहीं बोलते थे. तो इसमें बहुत सारे डिवोटी, और फिर मैं राधेश्याम प्रभु के साथ शुरू शुरू में राधेश्याम प्रभु के साथ मैं एक बार जप करने के लिए बैठा था मंदिर में, तो मैं देखा प्रभु भी समाधि में जा रहे हैं। मैं जननिवास प्रभु के साथ जप करने के लिए बैठा, देखा कि प्रभु भी समाधि में जा रहे हैं। तो मैं क्या उधर बैठ के नोट करूं ये कौन सा स्टेज में है। माधुर्य कादम्बिनी कौन सा Lord, drowsiness in chanting, no nishtha. हम फिर गए कब से, हमारा क्या होगा पता नहीं। तो इसलिए बहुत सीनियर डिवोटीज के बहुत नजदीक जाना भी बहुत डेंजर है हमारे भक्ति के लिए। So therefore, okay, কি হলো? Answer কিছু পাওয়া গেল? হ্যাঁ? Next.
তো এই নিষ্ঠা যেটা, এটা তো একটা স্টেজ, নিষ্ঠা রুচি। তো আপনি নিষ্ঠাটাকে দুভাগ কি করে ভাগ করছেন? নিষ্ঠার
আমি ভাগ করিনি। নিষ্ঠা is of two types.
তার মানে কি এই কোয়ালিটিস গুলো যার মধ্যে আছে তারা এই টাইপের, এই কোয়ালিটি যে তিনটে টাইপ বলছেন, মানুষ কায়িক মানসিক বা ফিজিক, এইভাবে একটা। আর এদিকে যারা,
এটা হচ্ছে একটা নিষ্ঠা, ঠিক আছে?
মানে এই টাইপ,
এই নিষ্ঠা এইগুলোর উপর হতে হবে, কায়িকি, মানসিক, বাচিকি। ওকে, and at the same time নিষ্ঠা এই কোয়ালিটিস গুলোর উপরও হতে হবে, তবেই সে নিষ্ঠা স্টেজে আছে। টু টাইপস, মানে किसी का डेंगू हुआ है तो डेंगू इज ऑफ टू टाइप्स। So similarly, or you can say there are many examples. So like in prem, there are 6 stages, there are 6 types of prema: sneha, man, pranay, अनुराग, राग, महाभाव। Different devotees in prema can be at different level, but they are in prema. Srimati Radharani is in the stage of Mahabhav, and no living entity, nobody can reach up to that level. Nobody. Previously I used to think that perhaps our goal of life is to reach to the level of Mahabhav. Then in one lecture, Jananivas Prabhu told that it is only the property of Srimati Radharani. Nobody else can have this. Any other question?
इसी लेक्चर से ये जो साक्षात भक्ति वर्तनी निष्ठा में 3 टाइप्स में है, कैकी, मानसी और वाची। तो इन तीनों में श्रेष्ठ कौन है? और अगर मानसी से जो मेरा प्रश्न है कि मानसी जो निष्ठा है वो वही हमारा वाची में भी ट्रेवल करता है। जो हम बोले ना कि सोल्जर,
सब रिलेटेड है।
तो
सॉफ्टवेयर जैसे चलेगा हार्डवेयर वैसे चलेगा। सब रिलेटेड है।
तो मानसिक वो करना है कि जैसे हम लोग एक रूटीन है, जैसे 5 घंटा हम मॉर्निंग शेड्यूल में है, 10 घंटा ड्यूटी में। सपोज एक दिन हम ड्यूटी शेड्यूल में नहीं है और हम अकेले हैं और हमारा माइंड हमें बहुत सैकल कर रहा है, तो सिंपल स्टेप क्या ले जो अपने आप को रिस्टोर करे?
सिंपल स्टेप ये है, हमारा माइंड अगर हमको भटकाता है, हमें भक्ति का प्रैक्टिस में उसको डाइवर्ट करना चाहिए। लेक्चर सुनना चाहिए, लेक्चर सुन सकते हैं, बुक रीडिंग कर सकते हैं, डिवोटी से कोई डिवोटी को फोन कर सकते हैं, प्रभु मेरे को ऐसे ट्रबल लग रहा है, प्लीज गिव मी सम सजेशन। हम तो बोलते कोई सजेशन की जरूरत नहीं, हम सब ठीक है। व्हाट्सएप भी खोल के देखते नहीं कभी भी। So we should pray to the Lord. भगवान से प्रार्थना कर सकते हैं, स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर से प्रार्थना कर सकते हैं, श्री प्रभुपाद जी से प्रार्थना कर सकते हैं। Prayers are very powerful. If we pray to Tulsi Maharani, if we pray to Mother Ganges, if we pray to the holy name, if we pray to the deities, the Lord is personally present. The Lord is personally present in front of us. But many times we become so oblivious. Just think that you are residing in temple and the Lord Radha Govinda Dev is personally present there. How practically, how much time do we have that consciousness? Many times we pass through the temple, we don't see to the deities. You see, if the Prime Minister of India comes to this building and he stays in one room, okay, or the President Donald Trump come here, will you behave with Donald Trump in very ordinary way? कौन है किधर का क्या काम? डेटी के सामने खा रहा है, डेटी के सामने गप मार रहा है, डेटी को बिना देखे पास कर रहा है। What is that? One has taken the deity to be a statue. Baba, this bhakti is very sensitive, very subtle. Just if we cultivate this sensitivity, we can advance tremendously. Tremendously we can advance. When Guru Maharaj, after this liver and kidney transplant, he came to Mayapur. Okay? Just see how these great devotees, they are so sensitive. But when we go by external on these devotees, we can't understand the depthness. He gave lecture in Mayapur, in Lotus Park. And after the lecture he told, it's already 8:15, I will have to go to show myself to the deity. Can you understand the weight of these words? I have come to his lotus feet. I have come back by his mercy in Mayapur Dham. I should go and look to the deity. He is the proprietor, he is the controller, and I am just trying to serve him. I am serving him. We are serving Radha Govinda Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. But when we don't have that consciousness, then all things become mechanical and we lose taste in bhakti. So Guru Maharaj told that now it's 8:15, I have to go. Lot of depth is there. How much they are sensitive. They are that kind of sensitive. And Guru Maharaj told in another lecture in question answer session in Rath Yatra festival in 2012 perhaps. He was telling that when we offer some service, when we render some service, we render our service by surrendering the results of the service to Guru and Krishna. We serve even if we are away from our temple, but our all services are offered to our worshipable deity. I am their servant. I am the servant of Radha Govinda. I am the servant of my spiritual master. In that consciousness we serve. আমি কেন এটা বললাম? কি প্রশ্ন করলো? So, praying to the deity, reporting to the deity, offering prayers to the deities. We can talk to the deity. Okay? And deity will reciprocate. Krishna is personally present. Okay? Any other question? Yes, or not true? नहीं ऋषभ को बोलना आप जा सकते हैं पूछ सकते हैं एग्जाम है ना आपका ठीक है हाँ तो 6 symptoms of devotional service एगुलो में 6 characteristics of pure devotional service एगुलो जो एगुलो भक्ति जो আমরা যে এটা দেখছি যে আমাদের সুন্দর এগুলোর মধ্যে আমরা কিভাবে রিলেট করছে 6 symptoms বা কোন কোন স্টেজে ওটা দেখো না দেখলেই বুঝতে পারবে in the beginning only Kleshagni and Subhada they will manifest और बाकी श्री कृष्ण आकर्षणी अरे किसको कृष्ण आकर्षण जो कृष्ण को खींचता है कौन वो भक्ति that bhakti which purchase Krishna Sri Krishna आकर्षणी is at the top then Sandhananda Visheshatma condensed, he is tasting condensed nectar. That is not possible even in Asakti also. That is possible, that starts from Bhav. Bhav and Prem are very close. Very close. ওখানে দেওয়া আছে সব দেওয়া আছে বাকি চারটে ম্যানিফেস্ট করে একদম উপরের স্টেজে Uttamadhikari is a very high platform. 100% they are above Nishtha. They may be in the stage of Bhava. But you cannot tag, you cannot stamp, you cannot understand. Because the Uttamadhikari, he will not reveal to neophyte. Only another Uttamadhikari can understand in which level he is. We cannot understand. We can never understand. They may be in the stage of prema, or will they say, I am in the stage of prema? Or can we understand? Yeah, we can understand by their life. We can understand. Like, I will give the example. I can give the example for who is not present. That is easier. That who is not present in this material world. That is very easier. If I say for a person who is present now, then someone may feel, maybe partial. So our Gaur Govinda Maharaj, he was in very high platform. He was in very high platform. He was in the level of Premananda. And there were symptoms. There were symptoms. মধ্যমধিকারী মধ্যমধিকারী symptoms কি? What are the qualifications of? এটা আমি বলিনি কালকে, আমি জাস্ট অর্থার্থী জিজ্ঞাসু জ্ঞানী বলে বেরিয়ে গেছি না। Okay, what are the symptoms of madhyamadhikari? You can learn from nectar of instruction. What are the symptoms of madhyamadhikari? ठीक है, मुझको सोना है निष्ठा प्राप्त किया, आसक्ति भाव प्रेम भी आ जाएगा। यस, हैंग हो रहा है और कितना घंटा चलेगा? टू मच हो रहा है, भजन क्या शुरू ही नहीं, ट्रेन तक चलेगा तो कैसे होगा? So madhyamadhikari, symptoms of madhyamadhikari is that he maintains friendship with equals, he maintains distance from envious, he respects superiors, and he preach to juniors innocent. This is madhyamadhikari. Okay, now madhyamadhikari can be Nishtha platform, can be in Bhajanakriya platform, but definitely Bhajanakriya platform तो होगा ही। तो मध्यमाधिकारी होने के लिए किसी को निष्ठा स्तर में आना पड़ेगा ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है, बट हो भी सकते हैं, रुचि के स्टेज में भी हो सकते हैं, क्योंकि रुचि का स्टेज still रुचि, still it is रागानुगा साधना भक्ति। Mainly madhyamadhikari falls in the sadhana bhakti level, that's for sure, but uttamadhikari will have to come down to the platform of madhyamadhikari to preach Krishna consciousness.
প্রভু, তাহলে
তুমি কি কোশ্চেন করছিলে?
অনেক সময় দেখা যায় যে কোনো একজনের সাথে মানে অন্য একজনের জন্য রাগ হলো নিজের, তো তখন হয়তো অন্য কারো উপরে রাগটা ছেড়ে দিয়েছে, এরকম হয়। তো সেই সব মানে মানে করা যেতে পারে,
কি করা যেতে পারে মানে
তখন নিজের মধ্যে
মানে আমার উপর ছেড়ে দিল রাগটা,
না মানে সাপোজ সন্দীপনা কিছু বলেছে, আমার রাগ হয়েছে, তো ঋষভ আমার সাথে কথা বলতে গেছে, আমি ঋষভের উপর ছেড়ে দিয়েছি, তো
তোমার ক্ষেত্রে কি করণীয় সেটা বলছো? You should make forgiveness after jharing होता है तो এটা হয়ে থাকলেও we should understand immediately I have committed mistake. I should not have rebuked him or chastised him. So Prabhu, I'm very sorry, I was not in right consciousness, so please don't kindly forgive me. From heart you should say, not from mechanically. Next, any other question? Definitely not. Definitely not.
এখানে ওই কনসেপ্ট যে আছে উত্তম অধিকারী মধ্যম অধিকারী এসে তবে প্রচার করবে, তো ভক্তি লেভেলে ওরকম আছে কি প্রেম লেভেলে কিংবা ভাব লেভেলে তাকে নিচে আসতে হবে?
ওইগুলো হচ্ছে ইন্টারনাল মুড। Even if one is in prema, One may be in the level of prema. Nityananda Prabhu, okay, forget those examples. Prabhupada was in the stage of prema. But Prabhupada was preaching. And in order to preach, you will have to discriminate. किसको प्रचार करना है, किसको नहीं करना है. Prabhupada was उत्तराधिकारी. But Prabhupada had to discriminate. ऐसा नहीं कि वो मिस्टर नायर के जू का मंदिर तोड़ रहा है और प्रभुपाद सोच रहा है जो कुछ भी हो रहा है कृष्ण की कृपा से हो रहा है. तोड़ और भी अच्छे तरीके से तोड़. No, Prabhupada vigorously fighting court case. That is in the level of Madhyamadikari. But Uttamadikari cannot do it. So therefore Uttamadikari will have to come to the level of Madhyamadikari in order to render that service. But that does not mean वो Uttamadikari नहीं रहा. ऐसा नहीं है. वो उत्तमाधिकारी है. हमारे उद्धार के लिए वो नीचे आ रहा है, हमको उठा रहा है. और भाव प्रेम ये तो सब अंदर का बात है. थोड़ी बाहर से हम बोल सकते हैं कौन सा लेवल में है. गौर पूर्णिमा के टाइम में कितने सारे महाराज लोग मिलते देखते हैं कौन सा लेवल है. अरे हम कौन सा लेवल में, हम कोई लेवल में ही नहीं है. So therefore we should not be judgmental. সেটা হচ্ছে তাদের internal mood. Please try to understand. That is their personal mood with Krishna. But that mood he will not manifest in front in the preaching field. Yeah, definitely. But আসল কথাটা হচ্ছে অত জাজ করার মতো কেউ ওই জাজ করার মতো ধৃষ্টতাও কেউ নিজের করা উচিত না. বাট অ্যাটলিস্ট ভজন ক্রিয়া অবধি জাজ করা উচিত. বিউরো বিকল্প চলছে, বিশাল সাম্রাজ্য হচ্ছে, ওটাতে কোনো অসুবিধা নেই. নিষ্ঠা স্তরে মনে হচ্ছে পৌঁছে গেছি. প্রভু এখনো স্তরে আছি আমি. Okay, আমি বলছি. That is our aspiration. ঠিক আছে? That is our aspiration. এটাই হচ্ছে ভক্তির একটা অচিন্ত ভেদাভেদ. ঠিক আছে? Those stages are our aspirations, but we don't judge ourselves. रुचि ना आसक्ति हो, then we will fall down. Okay, those stages মানে আমাদের aspiration হচ্ছে প্রেমা, not suddenly Mahabharata. Now, if our aspiration is prema, and if we are trying to serve under the direction of bona fide spiritual master and Vaishnavas, even if one is in the level of prema, one cannot understand that he is in the level of prema. Right? They think I am still in the level of Anishchita Bhajana Kriya. Because in their consciousness, different kinds of Vishaya Sangara take place. That is not Vishaya Sangara, that is Seva Sangara. In our level, Vishwa Shangra, we are fighting with the sense objects. They are fighting with what kind of service they will perform for Krishna.
এগুলো যে আপনি যেমন ইয়েগুলো বলেন কায়িক বাচিক মানসিক এগুলো থেকে আমরা অ্যাসপিরেশন নিতে পারি
Yeah, right. These should create our aspirations, right aspirations. And we try to develop ourselves to practice Bhakti Yoga in that platform.